Yo, what the hell is going on, people? I got another vlog that I wanted to make. So what we gonna do is I'm gonna talk for a while, and that's gonna pretty much be that. So get ready for it. And here we go. Now, about this channel here, this is my personal channel. All I do is post vlog style stuff. This is just an introduction of what I do, you know, on YouTube. Since I've transitioned all of my post making to YouTube and took it off of traditional social media. This is a vlog, so you're going to see me talk about stuff at length because can't really do it on regular social media. And if you've been a part of any part of my life up until now, there's a chance that there'll be a lot of familiar stuff in there, and you might you know, run across some stuff or hear some stuff that sound familiar to you, or you might be like, hey, he talking about me, what the fuck? Or hey, he talking about me, yay. It is what it is. So I just wanted to put that out there because I don't know if I ever put that on this channel or not, because it ain't like I got hundreds of subscribers. I don't even have that. I haven't even looked. I think the last time I looked I had like 13. So yeah. But since, you know, these links do get posted to my Twitter and my Facebook, you never know who might come. Even though I see a lot of likes on Facebook, never see no views on the actual video. So that would tell you a whole lot about why I stopped posting on my social media to start with. I see a couple of likes, but then, you know, when I go on YouTube and look on whatever, it's just no views. So people don't even pay attention to the shit I fucking post with. That's a whole nother video in itself. So right now, what I wanted to talk about tonight was just some random shit. Like I just you know, I send out text messages, right? I usually blast text. And yes, I blast text people, because you know why? They don't make no sense for me to just text folks. In general, it don't. In general, it don't. Certain specific people, okay. In general, it don't. If I text somebody, I would text somebody. I usually text it. I would just send to anyone. I just send it to a bunch of different people. It's not like a, you know, random generated text. It's all, you know, if I ask, you know, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Well, everybody will be, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Everybody will get that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody will get it. You know, what do you say, everybody on my phone? I used to do it on Messenger too, but there's way too many people. And I sent out maybe anywhere between 8 and 10 messages this evening. And I got a couple of replies, and then I got a couple of replies that went from me just speaking to turn out to damn near turn into a fucking argument. For people like that, I don't even fucking talk to. That amazes me. You know what I'm saying? That excuse me for a second. You know, my phone is leaning. You know that it don't amaze me, but it is entertaining. You know that, you know. And I know sometimes the times that we in can have people frustrated, because I tell people that about that shit all the goddamn time. I tell people, you know, the way shit going now, you know, with the whole corona thing, the state that we live in now because of that just is puts me always at a tendency of being snappy. You know what I'm saying? I always have to keep that in mind. That you know, the way things going now, I'ma always be snappy. You know what I'm saying? Not to get into too much detail about that, but I'ma always be fucking snappy until shit change. Shit ain't looking like it's gonna change no time soon. So I'm gonna be fucking snappy if I don't, you know, if I don't catch myself before. But you know, regular ass conversation. And while it didn't turn into an argument, at least one didn't, you know, it turned one of the things where you can say something and the conversation was just gonna come to an end anyway. Because unless you just abruptly change the subject, which, I mean, during the text message, ain't nobody sitting there, even though she did send me some long ass text message, longer than I seen, explaining some shit about fucking job, you know, because I think I had said, you know, well, at least you working. You complaining about your job, shit, you working. And then she go through this whole deal about some other shit. You don't like your fucking job, get another goddamn job. I didn't say that. Well, I said that, but I didn't say it like that at the end. But you know, of course, after I say that, the conversation was over with. I wasn't gonna get another reply to that. So I'm just like, you know, that was somebody that I wouldn't hear from no way, unless I text them like I did this evening. I can go another 6 months with that number in my phone. I would not get not one message from her. So it really don't fucking matter. You know, but then that simple shit. You know, I hit you up and ask you how the fuck you doing. And then you start bitching and moaning about your job. I'm like, shit, I got bills and no job. From how much money you say you make, you know, why are you complaining? If you pulling in the money you told me that you made, you know, earlier this year, you know what I'm saying? If you making that much goddamn money doing your job, you shouldn't be complaining about shit. And if you don't like that job, shit, you knew that before, you knew that going in. That's a job there. I ain't gonna say the job, but you know, everybody know that job. Everybody's familiar with that job. Everybody. If you don't like the working conditions, you know that shit before you fucking signed up. You know what I'm saying? You knew that shit before you signed up. You don't get the job and then start fucking complaining. You knew that could fucking happen. But I'm like, yeah, if you don't like the job, get another one. Go get you another job. So you could be sitting over here trying to get you some goddamn unemployment while you complaining about your job making a lot more money than, you know, normal folk make. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So that didn't go nowhere. But then somebody else hit me up. And well, they didn't hit me, you know, they replied, and I'm like, okay, what was it? Blah, blah. She said, you know, what you got going, whatever the fuck. I mean, you know, just out here partying on the patio for whatever reason. You know, that's what she do. She way older than I am. You know, we partying on the patio. And then I text something back, and then I think she said something about me coming over there. She always talk about me coming over there. And I said something like, you a busy lady, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not even going to go into semantics about what the word busy means. Now, if you take that word busy and throw another goddamn definition on it, that's your motherfucking fault. I'm not going for that shit. I said, you know, you're a busy lady, you know. Let's not make assumptions. That's what she said. Let's not make assumptions. What assumptions? I've been cussing, so it ain't like holding nothing back. But what assumptions? I'm like, shit, you busy. You busy now. I always want me to come over there. But shit, you always busy. What if you want me to come over there now? You got a house full of motherfuckers over there. I'm not going over there. Every other time, one time I went to her house, she wouldn't even fuck there. I'll be, you I should be there by this time. I get over there by that time, she gone. Bitch, you busy. If whatever you doing, you know what I'm saying, if you engaged in an activity that's preventing you from participating in something else, you fucking busy. That's what that means. You are occupied doing something else. You busy. You want me to come over there? No. Well, you fucking occupied. Every time she want me to come over our house and chill, because like I say, she way older than me. We just go over there, sit down, watch TV, whatever. You always, well, I got this and this, I got to do it, but I should be. Well, shit, you busy. You know I got to be at home before a certain time because I'm blind as shit. I can't be out. You know what I'm saying? If it's fucking raining or some shit like that. But shit, any other time I want to come over, you always got such and such. Or you always got your grandkids. You either got your grandkids or you out shopping or you out doing this and that. You busy. What's so fucking offensive about that? I didn't even say he too busy for me to hang out with. I just said you busy. Yeah, I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Why? Why do I put myself through this? Like, shit, you busy. That's it. You busy. Of course, after that last reply, there's no more replies after that. That's fucking understandable. You know that's coming. But it's like that for the rest of the text that people reply to. I think I got a few that people hadn't replied to. I mean, I got a few messages that hadn't been replied to in some days. I need certain people, you know, if you don't get a reply in a couple of days, they either just missed the message or you got to check up on them because, you know, got another friend, she been in and out the hospital. I need to check on her. You know, then other folks is just like, they seen it. You know what I'm saying? You know, they seen it. If it's one of them out hump day messages or have a great weekend type of shits I expect for people to just kind of, you know. But when I actually fucking say something, then I'm like, okay, that's how we doing it now, huh? But I got a couple of those where, you know, hey, how you holding up over there? And blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And then nothing back. It's just a conversation just cut right after mine. You know, I did reply and actually say something, but there's no replies after that. I get a lot of those in my phone. I get a lot of those on dating apps too. You be right in the middle of the conversation, then just whoop. Just like, okay, I'll wait till I get a fucking reply, because that's what I do. Conversations to me are back and forth, not back, forth. I don't double text or double message people unless what I had to say took 2 messages and I didn't want to just send one long ass shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. If I send something to you and I say something, I expect a reply back. Not no K, okay, okay, or LOL, no shit like that. If you don't have something to say back, I let the conversation die right then. You know what I'm saying? So I got that kind of shit I have to deal with in my phone. And like I say, these days, you know, I got all these phone numbers in my phone that are fucking, at this point, just fucking worthless. They are. You know what I'm saying? And I hold that accountability on me because I don't have to text those people, but I do because I sit around here and get bored and I just decide to text people. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you ever just sit around the house and order shit just because you want the fucking, the delivery driver to come up to your house and deliver some shit? So you order like little headphones for like $5 or some shit, or little gadgets that cost, you know, $10 or something. You just order shit like that just so I know because I used to do it. You know what I'm saying? Order little shit all the time. You know, you had a little dude come up and deliver you shit. Like, same thing. I send out a bunch of texts sometimes just to keep the fucking line of communication open. But I'm doing it for people that don't fucking deserve it. You know what I'm saying? I text you, you text me, you say something to me, I say something to you, and then the conversation just ends. You know, not like, okay, well, I'm going to do this or that, or it was nice chatting with you, no shit. No, it just boom. After my reply, it's just fucking over with. You know, just unceremoniously severed. I thought I heard something. When you got your own property, when you own property that's like beyond your fucking house, your ears get real sensitive. You start listening for bumps and shit and scrapes and shit out, you know, I got my little friend sitting right here. See? It's like a fucking horror movie. Anyway. That shit irritates the hell out of me, man. It irritates the hell out of me. And it's just like, okay, I get to the point, and I won't be dealing with that, you know. I'm going to do the same thing like I did last year, where I deleted it. I'm sitting there still thinking, I'm like, this motherfucker that hadn't replied to that shit. That hadn't replied to a message even before then, just speaking. Anyway, like I said, come, you know, next month, the end of next month, with my whole New Year's routine. I ain't no different than nobody else for the most part. You know, we make our yearly changes. A lot of those people are gonna be gone. Gone. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be out of there. And I had to do that shit with somebody I know. That, you know, but that's a whole different situation. But still, it's a situation that you had to cut loose. And now I got all these people that I'm just hanging on to their number because, and you already know as soon as you delete the number, motherfuckers is gonna start calling or texting you and shit, and you ain't gonna know who the fuck, because I do that. You know, you delete somebody's number, and a day or two later, you ain't heard from them in fucking 6 months, and all of a sudden, hey, what's going on? And you like, fuck, who is this? You know what I'm saying? So, I gotta go through that. I'm still hearing shit. It's fucking weird. It's a highway there. I don't know if y'all can hear that shit, but yeah. I try to put myself in a position. I always put myself in a position where I'm always agitated. You know what I'm saying? Why are you steady dealing with the same people that have no interest in you? You know, because people talk to you sweet all the time. You got people that just don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? They got their number in your phone just so they can know. Because I don't really call people, so you don't really have to deal with that. If I'm calling you, it's fucking important. I don't just call people, hey, what you doing? And I don't do that shit. This is one of the reasons why I really don't. When I text people like I do, well, you know, Merry Monday, blah, 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 or Happy Hump Day, or have a great weekend. You get shit like that from me because on the grand scheme of things, I ain't got shit to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm keeping the line of communication open. This fact is, from a lot of times, I try not to do it too often, but I know I do. I know I do it. I try not to. I said I was going to stop doing the shit altogether once November hit. I done sent out like 3 of those texts already. You know what I'm saying? Just because I want to keep in contact with people, but it's like the people I'm keeping contact with is just not people that I need to be keeping in contact with. Not to try to say nothing bad about those people, but they don't have my same interests. You know what I'm saying? They don't have my same interests. If I just cut it down to that, I mean, I'd only have like 3 phone numbers in my phone right now, like legit. And one of the main people that called me, matter of fact, the only person that called me wouldn't be included in that probably, because I don't think she's in a situation right now where she want to be trying to, you know, worry about courting and all that other kind of shit. So that's not even something I would even talk to her right now. Fuck, she just got a goddamn divorce. One of my old friends. I've been knowing her over 20 years. But I mean, if it pop in my lap, I'm gonna take it. I tell you that much. I ain't gonna run from it. But she's not. I don't believe the situation between us is where I can pursue that shit right now. But you know, could I pursue some other shit? Probably. But is it really somebody in my circle right now that I would consider, that I want to consider dating seriously right now? And I have to be like, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. But we'd have to go into that whole courting process. You know what I'm saying? There's only a few people where you can just jump into that shit. Some people I've known for quite a while, but we hadn't been into that. You know, we might have been out, we might have went out to a concert or gone to a comedy show or some shit like that, to where you see somebody once or twice a fucking year or some shit like that. No consistent dating thing, you know, not when you, not some getting to know you type shit, like the real getting to know you type shit, where, you know, where you around somebody a whole lot and you actually fucking, you know what I'm saying? The real get to know you shit. Because like I did a video earlier today about that shit. That's a part of it. You can call it what you want. I know everybody morals is different, but it don't matter how well your personality is. If the physical ain't there, it ain't going nowhere. I don't give a damn how good the physical is. If the personalities ain't matching, it ain't going nowhere. You gotta have both of them shits to some extent. You know what I'm saying? It's like a bicycle. You can't ride you can play unicycle if you fucking want to, but it's easy to bust your fucking ass. You put it like that. You can ride a bicycle all fucking day long. Eventually you'll fall off, but you can get right back on. But a unicycle, yeah. I don't know what kind of goddamn equilibrium you gotta have to ride that motherfucker long term. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I gotta listen to. But anyway, man. Yeah, and I'm dealing with this shit. You try to keep in contact with people that you've known for a long time, but sometimes it just, why? Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? These people do not have your same interests, right? You know, like I said. Why are you doing it? I know why I'm doing it. I'm trying to keep my goddamn options open with it. It's obvious the longer I do it, the people I don't have no options with. You know what I'm saying? And even the people that I don't have no options with are people that I just know ain't shit gonna happen. Like I got a chick in my phone right now, just straight up in a wheelchair. I got another one that don't even live in Houston. She way on the other side of the goddamn United States. And I don't know her for nothing. You know. But shit, at least she fucking texts me every once in a while. Hey, what's going on? Don't get that from motherfuckers. Two of these motherfuckers I'm talking about live in my neighborhood. They literally within walking distance of my house. I never hear from them, and I got their number in my phone. Motherfuckers pass up my house. I live right on the fucking highway. Motherfuckers pass up my goddamn house every goddamn day, going back and forth wherever, and don't bother to speak or no shit, none of that shit. And I know that for a fact. Motherfuckers been doing that for a long time. I pass by you all the time. Yeah, you know me. You pass by all the time. You never stop, never call, no none of that shit. You know, why the fuck? You know, and if you're going through some shit like this, I'm telling you now, don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't. Now, if you ain't at a spot where you just willing to just put somebody on the spot, you know what I'm saying? Put somebody on the goddamn spot about where y'all stand and what potential is there, then you know what I'm saying? Just you might want to slack up a little bit. But if you know it ain't shit for to go off and you just like and you inundated with shit like this where it seems like everybody does this shit, because like I say, this is not just good, this is year after year. Like I say, when December get here, I gotta cut some more numbers out my motherfucking phone. Well, you know what, I had to do the same shit last year and the year before that and the year before that. I had to cut a whole bunch of people out of my phone that wasn't talking about shit, wasn't doing shit, just, or people that just ain't worth shit to all, you know. I had to do that. I have to do that every goddamn year. Delete all these fucking numbers, and then here come next year, you got a whole another fucking list of fucking numbers you gotta delete. And some of them are the ones you deleted last year. Imagine fucking that. I know that for a fact, because I know after like 3 years, I'm like, man, I know I've deleted three people every year, because a couple of months go by, you know, everybody's on Instagram and boom, 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 boom. It's like you didn't delete them at fucking all. You know what I'm saying? Just for you to get reacquainted with somebody, just to roll across the same motherfucking thing, ain't shit for the happen. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit for the happen. I just added somebody, matter of fact, one of those people, I don't got their number in my phone because it ain't no use having it in there, but I know they back on my Instagram. They're back on my Instagram and my Snapchat, and I just added them on Facebook. The only reason I added them on Facebook because they was one of the people that said I needed to be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I post the links to my shit on YouTube. They was one of the people that said, you know, you need to, because they seen the shit that I put on Facebook. She's like, you need to be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Which, I mean, probably, you know, because Facebook, I get a bunch of shit on Facebook. And when I did the live videos of doing basically what I'm doing now, talking about different shit, and people just come in and be right the fuck out. So it ain't no goddamn difference from anything else I post. You know, I see my posts on Facebook. I see my posts on Facebook. I try to make my posts entertaining, because that's the fucking whole point, at least for me. And I might get 1 or 2 likes. You know, if I get 4, that's good. And you see the rest of your timeline, people just post bullshit, and they got 50, 70, 100 likes or whatever from a fucking selfie. I post a goddamn selfie. That motherfucker liable not to get no likes. I can get spiffy as fuck and be like, bloop, bloop, bloop. You know what I'm saying? Post a goddamn selfie. Nothing. Let me go on Instagram, copy and paste a meme. They say some stupid shit that everybody done posted 30, 40 times already. Post that same shit on Instagram and on Facebook, and I got 20 likes right there. That's a whole nother goddamn thing. That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother goddamn thing. It pisses me off. I'm like, okay, these are my people. This is my demographic. All these people are my age, mostly black, some Hispanic, might be a white in there somewhere, I don't know. And this is what the fuck we entertained by. You know what I'm saying? This is what entertains us. This bullshit here. I used to post inspirational type shit. Not no church stuff, but just inspirational type shit that people would read and be like, okay. Or I used to post shit that I would come up with myself, because I am somewhat creative. And nobody paid no attention to it. Nobody paid no motherfucking attention to it. I go post some fucking ghetto smut that's been reposted for years, and all of a sudden I get LOLs and likes and all kind of shit. You know, and when I come to it, I'm like, oh, these are the same motherfuckers that are in my phone. Why the fuck am I holding on to that shit? You know, I don't know. Not everybody. You know, it's a couple of people in there, but the people that I end up holding on to are people that I don't have a future with. I'm not saying, you know, because, you know, the people, you know, you got people that you interested in. You know what I'm saying? You got people that you're interested in, but, you know, when you get into a situation like me, you got somebody that you're interested in, but they don't live across the fucking street. I live in fucking Houston, Texas. That don't mean fucking shit that somebody live in goddamn Houston, Texas. Somebody can, because I live right in the middle of the city. You know what I'm saying? I live just north of down goddamn town. Which means there's literally 25 miles going in either direction except for fucking east. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going east, you can go 20 miles north. Well, yeah, I guess you can go 20. I guess if you go 20 miles north, you might be out of Houston, but you might be like in Humble or somewhere, which Houston be trying to annex that shit. But I know any other direction, you know, I just say 20 miles. 20 miles. Y'all supposed to say 25, but I know 25 north is out of fuck, because I used to work 25 miles, and 25 miles north of where I am is Spring. 25 miles west of here is fucking Katy. 25 miles south, you would be out the fucking city. You'd be you might even be past Pearland at that point. But still, you live right in the middle of the city, and somebody's you know, in the greater Houston area, and still be unreachable. Somebody could, you know, it just, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that. I'm like, these people that grew up around me, blah, 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 you just get in contact with them on Facebook, y'all get along or whatever, y'all want to hang out, I can't get out there. You know, one thing, living in the city, you know, if you got to go on the southwest or you going out west, baby, if you ain't already out that way, man, I'm like, shit. Don't be Northwest, because I don't drive on fucking 290 at all. You be like, yeah, I'm in Jersey Village, but I'll just be like, because I am not going to Jersey Village, and there ain't no way to, it ain't no, I mean, you can find alternate routes. You can take the Beltway, a lot of shit to get, but this, man, that's a long ass goddamn drive. You'd have been and drove 50 miles just to travel 20. You know, so you run across people like that. You like them, you wouldn't mind, you know, if y'all was located, you know, within a reasonable distance, which is hard to do in fucking in Houston. Boom, you just know. And then you get like a couple of motherfuckers that live in my neighborhood, like right now. Like I said earlier, one lives two lights north of me. 2 lights north of me. I can leave my house and walk and be over there in about 20 minutes. And another one lives 1, 2, maybe 3 lights south of me. And I can get out, I can walk out my house right now and be there in about 20 minutes or so. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 20 minutes, maybe 20, 25 minutes, something like that. It's just a casual fucking walk. You never hear from them people. These are people that I've gone out with. You know what I'm saying? These are people that I've gone out with, then sat next to in the movies and all kind of shit. And you can't get, and they'll, every once in a while, one of them is just sending you a good morning. It is nothing, what's up? You just send me a GM. That's what it is these days. I know if you got you a dude, okay. It is what it is. But stay with your dude. Don't be texting me. I'm sitting over here like, what's happening? You ain't got nothing to say. You know, the other one don't text at all unless you, and then when she do text, which I can't say, if she do text, you better be ready, because when you text her, unless you piss off like I did, because you get paragraphs. She be, I don't know what the fuck she be doing. I don't know if she used the mic like I do or what, but I don't know what, but yeah, yeah, if you text her, you might, you know, you'll get your money's worth. She won't be talking about shit. I'll tell you that much. She won't be talking about shit. But if you text her, she'll text for a while. But I already know she one of them people that really ain't about that. It's somebody that I would like to go out with, because we went out, for a while in the past, and it was okay. Just for just going out to the movies and shit like that. I don't mind hanging out with her, whatever. You're just one of those people to where y'all, the personalities might clash just a bit. As long as she ain't talking about her fucking job and her period, we fine. You know what I'm saying? As long as we ain't talking about it, because she would, like I say, when you get the swapping messages with her, you gonna get your money's worth. You're gonna get a lot of information that you didn't much care for either. Which I think a lot of women do on purpose. They give you a whole bunch of gross ass shit, kind of get you up out of that mind frame. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't want me to get no pussy from you, start talking about period. I will not fuck with you. And I'm nasty. I'll tell you that right off the top, I'm nasty. Start talking about period and shit while, and especially if I ain't actively trying to have sex with you. I can say if I'm actively trying to have sex with you, you just bringing up period and shit in regular ass conversation, I'm just like, that's my kryptonite. I'm just like, no. And I've lived with women for extended period of time, so I'm not weird to this shit. I had a girlfriend, we used to have sex on a goddamn period. I know that's 2 AMI, but she was light, and it reduces cramps, so it wasn't like you just pull it out, look at all this. No, it was just like, it was our regular sex. It just, it stopped her fucking cramps. She was having cramps until me and her started dating. And then when you start dating, I don't know what the fuck happened after that. She one of the people that actually called and talked to me. But, even though she know me, we've been in a relationship, I stay civil when I'm talking to her. And sometimes I think it was one time that shit might have popped up in my head. I was like, you still get them cramps? That sounds like some dumb ass shit to ask somebody. What? You know, the cramps. You know, cramps. You remember? I try to keep all that shit in the past. Past relationships, you know what I'm saying? If I'm talking to somebody we used to talk to or whatever, I leave it back in the past unless something necessary needs to come up from that. If I need to make a parallel point or some shit like that, I leave all that shit in the past. I don't bring up the past unless I have to make a fucking point. I'm not just bringing up shit just for the fucking hell of it. I don't forget what the fuck I was talking about. Anyway, I know I say anyway a lot, but that's how the fuck I talk. Get used to it. Yeah, but dealing with these people, if you gotta cut them loose, man, cut them loose. If you gotta just ghost people, ghost them. You know what I'm saying? Just ghost them. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that you gotta just go full annihilation and just start deleting and blocking and shit like that. But just ghost them. Take your space. You know what I'm saying? Take your space. Take it. People do it to me. I feel bad about it. But you know what? Every time I do it, for the most part, I never hear from them people again. So I didn't lose nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you delete every goddamn number in your phone right now of, non-essential people, you know what I'm saying? Because there's certain people you know gonna fucking call you. You know what I'm saying? But all the little people I'm talking about, the little gray area type people, just delete them. You know, I mean, well, the numbers, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can stop calling, but somebody like me, if I still got that number, it's, I'm probably gonna send that stupid ass Merry Monday text. You know what I'm saying? So in my case, you delete the fucking number. Make sure that it's not in your Google shit or none of that. Make sure, get rid of it. And see if they hit you back. You know what I'm saying? See if they hit you back. More likely, from my experience, from the people I talk to, never hear from them. Never ever hear from them. Never. You made the right fucking choice. Cut them loose, because anybody that want to deal with you is going to deal with you. And not just from you. I mean, if you're not meeting together, you know what I'm saying? It can't be you doing this shit all the goddamn time. There gotta be some of this shit right here. Sometimes they doing it, sometimes you doing it, most of the time y'all doing it like this. If you the one doing this shit all the goddamn time, sometimes you gotta give people time enough to miss you. Quite frankly, you hit somebody up so much, fuck it, let me see if they fucking call me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta make no big declaration of what the fuck you doing. It's just like, hey, what's going on? Normal shit, she passed the fucking test. Good. A lot of people don't do that. Don't do what I used to do, which is fucking funny. To start with, is I used to go through the same shit. Get all these fucking numbers in my phone. And this is back when online dating was actually fucking productive. I mean, this is back when online dating was actually productive. Ain't like it is now. I can't get shit on online dating. And I've been doing that shit since chat lines back in the fucking 90s. Back in the 90s, before the internet and shit was all big and good, before even Black Planet even came out, I was doing like chat lines and shit like that. It's the same fucking thing. It ain't no different from online dating, except for you didn't even have a picture to go by. That's the only goddamn difference. The profiles, the descriptions, it's the same shit. It's the same information. The only thing is now is easier to access, and you get some pictures. Back then, you didn't even have pictures to go by. You just had a fucking, goddamn description and a voice. And that shit can go wrong in a whole bunch of different ways. But back then, shit ton of phone numbers. I'll tell you that much. Shit ton of phone numbers. Even once Black Planet and the other little dating sites started to get into play, you know what I'm saying? boom. You still end up with a bunch of phone numbers. Phone numbers might not be worth shit, you know, but I mean, you end up with a bunch of phone numbers. But what I used to do is, if I got to the point to where I am now, the way I started this motherfucking video, I would actually send them a message. I would text them saying that, okay, I see that we ain't doing shit, this ain't going nowhere, or whatever the fuck. And I'm deleting the number, so, you know, blah, blah, blah. Man, look here, the responses you get from that shit is worth doing it. It's almost worth going through the trouble of getting a whole bunch of phone numbers and then picking the ones that you really don't like, because you don't want to do this to people you like, and sending that message out. You get so much, man, you want to see motherfuckers go off. Send them a message saying that you done deleted their number because, all right, you know, we ain't talking, we ain't doing this, and blah, 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 so I'm just going to delete your number. And, man, it's fucking funny as hell. Now, for some reason, I don't think I have the nerve to do that now. I am not the same person I was when I was in my 20s, because I think I was in my 20s the last time I did this shit. Thinking I was in my 20s last time I did this shit. But it's still funny. I don't have the nerve to do it now. I would be like, I wouldn't even be able to hit the button. I'd be like, nah, I'm not gonna fucking do that. That's fucking mean. Because, which is not for a lot of cases, because a lot of the times they be like, I deleted your number already anyway. You know what I'm saying? They be like, I deleted your number. Man, if you actually knew how many people had already deleted your number, or how many people that respond to you, a lot of people that actually respond to the messages that you sent out don't even have your number saved in their phone. So they don't give two shits whether they talk about you, talk to you or not. There ought to be some kind of relay between phones where you should know if they got a name by your phone, by your shit or not. If you call them and your shit pop up and it's just your phone number, you should fucking know. No identification or some shit like that. You be like, you know what? Fuck you. I don't want to get this. I got it, because everybody used to always have a brand new phone. I got a new phone. I lost my phone. I used that shit 1,000 times my goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? I done used that shit myself and end up fucking a bitch a couple days later. Somebody that I deleted, that I didn't want to fucking talk to. They finally called me. I pulled it. I lost my phone number, or I just got a brand new phone shit, and ended up getting in that shit a couple days later. You know what? I was a motherfucker back in my 20s. Whatever. You say what the fuck you want to say. But, yeah. A lot of these people, they didn't have your number saved, so they give no shits whether they talk to you or not. You know what I'm saying? But they'll reply to your text like they know who the fuck you are. They might, because, you know, some people recognize numbers and shit. Or you be like me, where you couldn't really misidentify my text, because I had that little signature at the bottom and my name was at the bottom of every text I sent. So you know who the fuck it is. I don't want to get that who this shit. You know. And then when you do get who, there's a lot of people that did that shit within the last few years. And I thought, and most of the time when I get who this, it's always from people that sound like they kind of special. You know, if you get mad at shit like that, fuck you. But it seemed like they were kind of special, to where I'm like, you just saved the number. You know what I'm saying? We was on the phone, like when you first called on somebody, right? I can see if you get a hold of somebody and they're at work or some shit, and which happens a couple of times. You get a phone number and you call somebody the first time and they're at work, you know, when y'all hadn't talked before, and they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna say your number and blah blah blah. You know, they put their phone down and blue gotta get back to what the fuck they doing. They might forget. But after a motherfucker done told you they done forgot to save your numbers like twice, don't call them no more. Don't call them no more. They don't, you know, they have no intention of saving your number, and they don't give two shits whether they talk to you or not, because they probably got 30 other motherfuckers that they talking to, because women are like that. Women are like that. They get their fucking their number out, to motherfuckers, then they don't want to talk to them. And a lot of times they get, they get mad. I had a friend of mine always get a call on her phone, and she'd be agitated that they called. You gave them the number. If you don't want people calling you, stop giving them your number. You know why they want to call. You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck they want. They just call you while you happen to be with somebody. Now you agitated. You wouldn't have been as agitated before you got in the car. When you was at home just chilling, then, you'd have been just fine. It's shit like that. Yeah, women do shit. Women do shit. They know they do shit. Men do shit too. Everybody do shit. Everybody's a fucking shit doer. Everybody's a fucking shit doer. Everybody does shit. And I already said some of the shit I did, so I already know I ain't above none of this shit I'm talking about. I know from experience, and I know from doing this shit myself. Yeah, so don't be afraid to cut people off. People will come back to you if they supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? If they supposed to be there, they'll come back. Some kind of goddamn way, y'all will end up back together. You chasing a motherfucker, it's not gonna make it fucking happen. And that's part of what the fuck I'm doing. Well, I'm not chasing, but I'm clinging to shit. And I know I'm doing it. The only thing is that I'm doing it in a passive way, because I'm not aggressively chasing any of these goddamn women in my phone. But like I said, because a lot of them just ain't available. They live too fucking far from me, or they really close by, and they just have no fucking interest in talking to me at all. The only person I really have an interest in talking to is somebody that's probably not emotionally available. And then I gotta go, and shit gets complicated. And then we got the whole Corona thing going on. I don't know if I'm going out to meet somebody or not. Somebody asked me to go to the movies not too long ago. Well, you know what? I can't see this far in front of my goddamn face. What I'm going to the movies for? I told her, I was like, look, unless I'm going to be squeezing on some legs, some butter, some titties, I mean, there ain't no reason for me to go. I was being honest. You know what I'm saying? I was being honest. Most people that know me would expect for some shit like that to fly out my goddamn mouth, and they know goddamn well I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind square women, because not everybody, they don't stay that way. They show you the real them eventually. But I done been in the movies with motherfuckers and grab my hand and put it in their clothes. They had one bitch sucking on my fingers in the goddamn movie. Shit. You know what I'm saying? So, not recently. All this shit was years ago, because lately my dating ain't really been a thing for the last fucking, I can't even say it, 7, 8 years or some shit like that. It's been real sucky. Tell you that. A lot of that's because I was dealing with, I wasn't in a relationship, but I was dealing with certain people at that time. There's two that right off the top that I've been dealing with for like the last 10 years. And between those two women, trying to get something done and having nothing happen at all, to where at this point I don't talk to either one of them. That's 10 years of missed opportunity there. Instead of dealing with those two, you don't know this shit at the time. When I was 35, I didn't fucking know this. So, but I didn't know that fucking 10 years later that I'd be sitting around looking fucking stupid. 10 years later, I didn't know I wasn't gonna have no damn hair on the top of my head. The funny thing about this shit, while it might look funny, motherfuckers might try to cap on you, my head been looking like this since my 30s. Probably not with all this shit here on the fucking side, but still. I didn't know I was bald. I think I might have been 40, 39 or 40, before I realized that I was just balding at the top. Cause I kept my head shaved all the goddamn time. I never let my hair just grow out like that, except for a couple times in my 30s I did. And then all of a sudden one time, I decided I was gonna grow my hair, and this is what the fuck happened. I was either 39 or 40 years old. After shaving my head for a couple years, I was like, man, I ain't got no hair on top of my head. What the fuck is this shit? Ain't nothing you can get mad at. I'm like, shit fucking happens, but I'm like, that is funny as hell that I kept my head shaved so long that I went bald and didn't even fucking know it. Nowadays, ain't shit going on. Ain't no reason for me to be shaving and doing all this other shit. I might have to, because my scalp be itching and all this shit under my face and shit be itching and shit. And I'm just like, man, I'm just gonna have to like just cut this shit off. Well, most of it. I'm not cutting this front shit off. I ain't trying to look like no fucking moron. Even sitting around the house, I'm not finna do the booty face and cut off my mustache and my little chin hair and all that. As a matter of fact, even when I do shave this, it looks like it's all gone. I got my clippers. I put the lowest setting on there, so when I shave all this shit off, you can see all the fucking